Learning a new language can reshape the way we perceive the world. It not only serves as a tool for communication, but also shapes our thoughts, perceptions, and even emotions. There are many ways to learn a language. First of all, you need to have a clear goal. Identify why you want to learn the language. Is it for travel, career advancement, or maybe personal interest? Understanding your motivation will help you set meaningful goals. You can use the SMART criteria. Ensure your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of setting a vague goal like I want to be fluent in Spanish, you could set a SMART goal like I will achieve B2 level proficiency in Spanish within 1 year by completing a language course and practicing speaking with native speakers for at least 30 minutes every day. You can make it a part of your daily routine. Surround yourself with the language as much as possible. You can do this by watching movies, listening to music or podcasts, reading books, and even changing your phone or computer settings to that language. You can use language learning apps that offer interactive lessons, games, and quizzes to help you learn vocabulary and grammar at your own pace. You should focus on building vocabulary and understanding grammar rules, but don't get caught up in perfection. Prioritize communication and fluency or flawless vocabulary and grammar and enjoy the process. You can take advantage of free resources like language learning websites, YouTube channels, and online forums where you can find additional support and practice materials. Traveling to a country where the target language is spoken allows you to practice in real-life situations and immerse yourself in the culture. Interacting with locals and experiencing daily life in the language can be invaluable for language learning. Staying motivated while learning a language can be challenging, but there are several strategies you can use. Set clear goals. Find your why. Break down your language learning goals into smaller manageable tasks. Create a routine. Immerse yourself in learning by using different resources. Set rewards and celebrate milestones. Stay positive and persistent and keep it fun. Take risks to speak the language whenever you can. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. Embrace them as opportunities for growth. Adopt a positive mindset and reframe your perception of failure. And instead of viewing mistakes as failure, see them as valuable learning experiences. Let's look at how children learn a language because it helps us appreciate the incredible capacity of human mind to acquire and use language effectively. Children learn language through a combination of innate abilities, exposure, and interaction with their environment. Here's how it happens. From birth, babies are immersed in the sounds of their native language. They listen to caregivers speaking and begin to distinguish different sounds and patterns. Babies start to imitate the sounds they hear, attempting to replicate words and phrases spoken by adults around them. This is often referred to as bubbling. When caregivers respond positively to a baby's attempts at communication, such as by smiling, speaking back, or providing what the baby wants, it reinforces their language development and encourages further attempts at communication. Children learn language in the context of their daily lives. They associate words with objects, actions, and emotions based on their experiences and interactions with caregivers and their environment. Over time, children begin to understand the grammatical rules of their language through exposure and practice. They learn to form sentences, ask questions, and understand the structure of the language without detailed instructions. As children grow and interact with a wide range of people and experiences, their vocabulary expands. They learn new words through exposure and repetition, gradually building their language repertoire. Language development is closely tied to social interaction. Children learn language through communication with caregivers, siblings, peers, and other adults, both through conversation and through observing and participating in social interactions. Play activities such as pretending, storytelling, and role-playing provide opportunities for children to use and practice language in a fun and engaging way, further supporting their language development. When you encounter a new word, your brain begins the process of encoding it into memory. This involves processing the sounds, meanings, and context associated with the word. Repetition is the key to memorization. The more you encounter and use a word, the stronger the connections become in your brain. This is why consistent practice and exposure to vocabulary are important. Our brain often remembers information better when it's connected to something else. Creating associations between the words and images, emotions, and personal experiences can make them easier to remember. Learning words in context, such as in sentences or stories, helps reinforce their meanings and usage. Your brain can make connections between the word and its surrounding context, making it more memorable. There's another technique called spaced repetition. This technique involves spacing out your review of words over time, with increasing intervals between each review. It leverages the psychological spacing effect, which suggests that information is better retained when reviewed at spaced intervals rather than all at once. Visualizing words or creating mental images associated with them can aid in memory recall. For example, imagining a vivid scene related to a word can help us save it in our memory easier. Engaging actively with words, such as by using them in conversation, writing sentences with them, or creating mnemonics, reinforces learning and enhances memory retention. Emotions play a significant role in memory formation. Words that evoke strong feelings or are tied to emotions are often easily remembered. Adequate sleep is essential for memory consolidation. Your brain processes information during sleep, so getting enough rest can improve your ability to remember words. Learning a language is an adventure, where every word discovered is a treasure that reveals the richness of human expression and a tapestry of global communication.